Try this again. Apparently, I was talking for almost 30 minutes because it's 11:28 now. I was talking and stretching, and it said that it was live, but there was nothing counting or anything. So I noticed it, and I was like, is the count off? And I was like, I don't want to stop it because if I stop it, and it is going, then I'm just gonna mess up the whole video. So I pulled it up on my phone over here, and it said that it stopped at 4 minutes. So I was talking for like 25 minutes to nobody, and I feel like I was saying some good stuff, but that's probably why it got cut. People want to continue to try and restrict what I have to say. That just makes you even more of a fucking loser because you're basically proving my point. Like, get a fucking life, bruh. If my existence makes your life harder, you are doing something wrong. I promise you. Because I'm not hurting anybody. I'm trying to help people. Okay? So you're the bad guy, just so you know. You are. You're fucking up the world. Quite literally. Like, I don't know, man. What the fuck your goal is for you, because it's obviously about you. But yeah, not hurting anyone over here. I'm helping, okay? Anyway, we'll see how long I can stream before another thing happens. I'm not gonna put that out into the universe to say that something's gonna happen. Try and stay positive here, but yeah, if you've been following me on Twitch or any other platform, you know that I have been heavily harassed. There have been multiple attempts in my life. Obviously, I had to move because my own family is trying to literally kill me for insurance and clout and to maintain the narrative of their fake ass lives. And that's just the sad truth that I unfortunately even have to remind myself of from time to time. I do not feel safe around anybody at this point. Nobody should know where I live, so if you find out where I live, you're a fucking creep and you should go figure out your life. Yeah, I don't know, man. Trying to stay positive over here, but jeez, it's like, can I just like live without you? Like, that's the crazy thing. You don't like somebody, then leave them alone. Like, you're literally seeking out anguish. You're seeking out drama. You're seeking out problems. Like, if you can't function and be you without me, your life is fucked up, not mine, okay? Like, if I'm a horrible person, according to you, then you should want to run away from me, right? Not bring me into your life, talk about me, surround your narrative around my happenings. Like, literally just fucking leave me alone. But the reality is that most of the people that are trying to cause harm to me are benefiting from me, like, period. Like, whether it's to build their fake ass narratives, maintain their fake ass lives, the stories they tell people so they look like good people. A lot of people will just say bad things about me to make themselves look better. Like, oh, well, you know, I don't have this, but my sister, you know, it's like, meanwhile, you know nothing about me. Saying that I'm a bad teacher, that's what did they say, that I'm a dangerous bad teacher. It's like, if you ask literally any student I've ever had ever in life, I don't think any of them will even tell you they've ever seen me mad, with the exception of the very last fucking week or month of school that I was in, because I was being harassed and discriminated against by the actual administration and whatever. Again, because people are fucking losers. Like, I don't want your job. I had my job. I'm doing my job. You wanted my job. Like, be qualified. Do the work. I don't understand. Go get the degree. If you want to teach this class, go get the fucking degree and do it. There's a lot of positions. There's a lot. You wanna have a contract with the airport? Go fucking get one. Like, why didn't you think of that, right? Like, the airport's been around for a minute. School district's been around for a minute. I don't understand. Like, you had all this opportunity, but I'm not doing my job. I'm not good at my job. I'm not stable. Yeah. Anyways, so I was talking about what was going on with the Epstein files and the congruence with my own personal story and testimony that I've shared on Twitch, that I've shared on my X account, partially on my TikTok account, a little bit on my IG, but my IG is mostly filled with people that literally don't like me but can't not watch me. It's very strange. I need to actually go through again and like clean out people from my friends list. Like at one point, I kind of like when I was younger, when I first got my IG, I was like, oh, like I want to have followers, and I want to, it's like a statusy thing, right? To have like a lot of people following you. And then one day, I was just kind of like, a lot of the people that look at my profile, I don't know, and I know that like it's just like weirdos that follow me around, not in like a negative way, but in a like I want to go where she's going type of way, right? It's kind of like, I'm cool with people wanting to hang out with me, but there's always like a few creeps that want to come around to be creepy. So then I made my profile private, which helped a lot. But then I noticed that I was getting these anonymous viewers and these people like watching my story all the time. I didn't know who they were at all, and that fucking creeped me out. So I was just like, so there's strangers with fake weird profiles that like don't have pictures or don't have any, and nobody I know, and I'm just like, this person watches my story like every day. I don't know. And there was like 50 of them, and I'm like, you know what, like I don't like that. So I just started going through like cleaning out people. But that was like 2 years ago. Or actually no, that was like in 2020. That was in like 2020. That was like right as I was like I moved back to the United States, and I didn't want my ex to know that I was back in the States because he literally like will kill me. And I was like, you know what, like let me just make sure nobody knows where I live. Nobody knows where I'm going. So I went through and I tried to clear out all of the people that I didn't know that were just looking at my story. And then I started getting all of these weird requests from people with like weird profiles. And I was like, who are these people? Why are they so like dead set on like learning about me, I guess? I don't know. But I'm sure I'm not the only person that happens to. I'm not trying to make myself sound special. But with the Epstein releases, let's just say that I feel optimistic now that my personal testimony, which I've shared on my Twitch account, especially as far as like parapsychology is concerned and like the experiences I've had with we'll just say premonitions and information gnosis, it definitely is an area that I've always been interested in. And oh my gosh, let me just go grab some of this. And now I don't want to say it again, but let's just say today is stranger than fiction, because every time something gets released from the Epstein files, it's the truth, and it's always been the truth. And I don't like to be the I told you so person. I live the I told you so. I like to know, and I'm very grateful that I've been documenting my personal experience online so that I can have evidence, and I have court documents, I have testimonies in court of me saying, like, yo, the CIA, and I'm like, yo, I know this sounds crazy, but I wouldn't be saying this under oath if it wasn't true because I sound crazy, right? Like, why the fuck would I lie about this shit? I could lie about this shit. I can act like this isn't happening. I could be like, I am crazy, but I'm right, so I'm not gonna fucking say that, right? have these experiences and these thoughts, and I'm like, yo, this shit's fucking weird. This is crazy. And they're right. I would. But the truth is, the things that I see, the things that I experience actually do happen. So I'm not going to sit here and let someone that can't see or experience what I experience tell me what they know about me, right? Period. So I'm really glad that I've been documenting everything, because y'all know, like, I was literally in the last, from, was it June 2025 and November 2025, was kidnapped out of my house because my parents, my family will say, they're idiots and they don't believe me, and they thought, oh, this is me being generous to them, which I've said. I don't know if this is on my first recording. They're either extremely naive or extremely evil, and I think it's a combination of both, because when it comes to like my older sister, she literally testified in court that I had never been raped, had never been sexually assaulted, that I was lying about those things, that I was a drug addict, and that I wasn't taking my medication. She said all of these things to police and under oath, as far as like in legal documents. Now, why somebody in the world would think that they have the power to tell someone about their own experiences that they weren't present for is beyond me. It's evil, right? To hear someone say that they were raped or sexually assaulted and be like, you're a liar? Yikes. And she has a fucking daughter, Brett. What a disgusting excuse for a mother. Sorry, but it's true. And the evidence that's now out that shows how fucked up you are in the head is like, yo, good luck with that, because I already fucking told you, Lord have mercy on your soul. I think that's one of the last things I told her. And she's so far up her ass that she just went even deeper with it. Yeah, what an awful human being. And I mean, that's just my sister. That's my older sister. My younger sister stole my medication, and I tried to convince everybody that I was crazy. Again, this is the go-to. To cover up them lies, them facades, their fake personas. And for what? What did you gain? What did you gain? So let's do this one. I did some stretches yesterday for like an hour, just wall stretches. And it like really helped my spine. So I started laying on pillows again. Yeah, man, I'm so sad. I was recording for like 30 minutes and it didn't even come up on the screen. Oh, wow. I gotta say though, y'all, I definitely feel flattered that you were spending your life thinking about me. Because you could be anywhere in the world, but you decide that you want to put your energy in me. You know? Y'all really know how to make a girl feel special. Trying to hold each stretch for at least a minute and pay attention to that. Technically, I have about 20 minutes left of streaming, even though the stream is shorter because the first half of it was not even recording. You know what? The stream probably got cut off because I said what I was saying in the beginning. I'm just thinking about that now. At this point, is it the fact that, like, because again, I'll go back to my own personal story. I won't even just get into, like, the politics of it. But it's like, what are you covering up? Why is my truth hurting you? why is the truth hurt you? Because my truth, the truth, is that I've been raped, I've been sexually assaulted, I've been abused, I've been harassed, I've been discriminated against, all by people in high authority positions. Doctors, administrators, HR for the fucking district, my own fucking parents, right? Like my sister, been drugged, house has been broken into, ring camera got stolen, mail fucking stolen, mailbox fucking broken into, emails fucking hacked, accounts fucking shut down. What am I doing that is hurting you? What is your goal? Because I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm helping people. I know I'm on the right track. Y'all know it now because of everything that's been released with the Epstein files, that what I'm saying is fucking true. So what are you protecting? Why are your lies so persistent and evil towards me? Why would you spend so much time and energy trying to paint me in a negative light when I'm a good person helping people? Because to me, the only logical answer is good versus evil. I mean, I'd love to hear a logical explanation, because, you know, if you guys have probably seen on my streams and everything else, it's like the only defense I receive from anybody is that I'm crazy and dangerous. So if those things aren't true, then why are you saying them? What are you protecting? And I get it, like I have family, you know, because I come from apparently a fucked up family. Learning more every day. But it's just like, there has been like very fucked up things that have happened in other sectors of my family, like with my cousins and stuff. So like I understand like there's trauma involved, and like a lot of my cousins, I won't say a lot of cousins that I've talked to, like they've had experiences like me, not the mental health part, but like the abuse part, and they won't talk about it. Like if I bring it up, they're just like, they change the subject. And they don't just change the subject, they change the subject to something so far off the topic that it's very obvious that they're uncomfortable. And I'm like, damn, like you can't even talk about it. That's crazy. Like I'm not gonna not talk about it, bitch. Like you're gonna make me suffer, and then I have to live with it on my own and act like it didn't happen? No, bitch. No, bitch. Oh, that's why I'm glad that I have been documenting a little bit on my Twitch account. We all know. In other news, you can in fact create a superhuman. And I'm not a creep. I think that the only reason why that information is as creepy as it is because they're using it for nefarious reasons. Trying to build weapons, trying to harm people, trying to harness power for themselves so that they control other people. But if you think about the reality of evolution, and this is I think when I noticed that my video wasn't recording, this is not evolution. What is inside of the Epstein files as it pertains to supernatural abilities and all of that is not new. It's information that's been removed. It's information that we've always had. It's abilities that we've always had. It's technology that we've always had that has been wiped from our history because of the conquerors that came through and decided that they didn't want other people to have those things. If you want to rule a people, if you want to rule a place, you take away the power from everyone else, right? So if somebody has the ability to communicate with their mind or think, find out what you're thinking, that they have an advantage over you, right? If everybody has that, there's no advantage. But but it is something that everybody can do, and I've said this on stream. I've said this on stream months ago. And again, I'm really glad that I'm not afraid to look crazy, because the shit, like, again, like, I'm a fucking teacher. There's no reason for me to lie. Like, I look crazy if I'm saying this shit and it's not true. If I'm just pulling this shit out of my ass, and I call myself a professional, I call myself someone with a human development degree, I call myself someone with a master's in philosophy, cosmology, and consciousness, and I'm just pushing shit out of my butthole just to sound what? I don't sound cool if you don't believe me and you know it sounds crazy. Why the fuck would I be saying it? Why? I could easily just not. If everybody's telling me I'm crazy and I'm gonna lose my job if I keep saying these things, keep teaching truth, I could have easily just been like, let me numb myself into a stupor and never bring this up again and allow everybody to just sexually assault me and pretend like I can't feel it later, right? But at the end of the day, telling the fucking truth is that my truth helps people. People like, wouldn't you want to be able to do this too? I always say, you're like, you're not, like, what is wrong with these people? I used to say what in the Black Mirror, and then I started saying what in the Truman Show. But now I'm just kind of like, yo. So now that we're all on the same page, can we actually like start really looking at this shit though? Because like, we could be levitating, people. We could be levitating. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, I can't do it alone. This feels so nice. I know it looks boring, but like this stretch feels so good. And I never sit in here. What time is it? Oh, it's Sunday, not Monday. I'm still afraid to leave my house, you guys. Real spill. Motherfuckers are still trying to kill. And I have some will. So I'm not just gonna put myself out there like that. I think, you know what I discovered? So Clay Thompson had a birthday on, he's an Aquarius. Happy birthday, Clay Thompson. I saw he made a post, or Meg Thee Stallion, which Tory Lanez, first of all, everybody knows I've been Tory Lanez, which is funny because every fucking artist that I stand for is white bitch. Michael Jackson, Tory Lanez, fucking Kanye West, friggin', what's his name? Andrew Tate, Joe Rogan. The only person that's on the if list is Elon Musk. And I won't get too much into that because I have talked with Elon, and that sounds crazy. It's an energy signature. I can't say that I've spoken with him like specifically, but somebody's got to infiltrate that shit. Let's just say that. And I don't know, man. It's like blackmail is blackmail. Like I said, I'm not defending him. I don't know anything. But obviously somebody gotta get in there, right? That's all I'm saying. You want to advance the world, you want to advance society, or interacting with the people that are doing it, and you find out some shit. Maybe you don't find out some shit. It looks like you found out some shit, right? You're talking about some shit you don't even know what you're talking about, right? I don't fucking know. I am technically tied to a fucking religious cult, and I didn't fucking know that shit. Yikes. Imagine finding out you were sexually assaulted as a child in your like 30s. I think that's probably better though, honestly. I think I would have grown up very damaged if I hadn't done that when I was younger. They would have grown up very damaged. So for that, I'm grateful. Alright, let's go ahead and I'll go a little bit past noon since my video got cut, or this is the second half of the first video that only ended up being 4 minutes because I was talking for 25 without it being recorded. But do you want to be able to post something today? Oh man, I feel like with the way we abuse the actual leaders in this world, it should be pretty fucking obvious who's right and who's wrong. Like, if we look at what happened with Michael Jackson and all the fucked up shit they did to him, like, that should be a pretty good example, right? We look at all the fucked up shit that they did and are doing to Andrew Tate. Like, this motherfucker got locked up, put in jail for, like, years for fucking fake rumors about trafficking girls just to find out that the people that were literally trafficking children and chopping them up and who knows what the fuck else, right? Like, this is what we do to the people that are actually telling the truth. Pay attention. Or Kanye West. I don't think Kanye West is alive anymore. Either he's not alive anymore, or whoever wrote that letter forced him to write that letter. And I said this to someone else, but I didn't like to publicize it because with my situation, people are like, "You're crazy and you don't even want to help yourself." It's like, no, I'm right, and you're trying to tell me I'm wrong because I'm exposing you. I just, when you've had the experiences that you've had, and you know what you know, and you've been abused and stuff, it's like, you're not going to just come out and be like, "Oh, I was wrong about everything and everybody else is right and I'm a bad person." Like, no, that's submitting to the powers that be. And he's got, kids and all these things that he could lose, so it's like, at what point are you going to just say, "I'd rather live"? I mean, it's not just him, like, they can literally do shit to his kids, which he's been fully aware of. But I want to see Kanye West live. I want to see Kanye West, and they, obviously they took him off his profiles. He can't even fucking post anywhere. He can't have an X account. He can't have an IG. Like, they do this shit to control the truth, to control the people that are actually being like, "This is fucking ridiculous." Like, the bitches with balls that really stand up to do something are the ones that get beat down. My God, by the people they're trying to help. It's the crazy part. I just want to know. I want to see him actually live, it doesn't have to be in person, but just on a live, really talking, really being Kanye, to be like, yeah, that's Kanye. Because the last time I saw him in something live, the feeling I had, I sunk, the moment I saw him, my chest sunk, and he just looked very unwell. And he didn't actually say anything, but I could just feel it. Very heavy feeling that I know what that feels like, of being drugged basically and stuck like a shell of yourself. So I hope they didn't kill him and replace him with somebody that looks like him, because that seems to be a thing that they do. And he said himself too, if I ever come back on some bullshit, I got cloned. So now that we know that they quite literally will just find a body double and kill you and pretend like you're still there, I need to know. Kanye West is not somebody you can replicate. Even if you find something, create a pattern or whatever to look just like him, you're not going to be able to replace his mental. Giselle or Giselle, whatever the fuck her name is, Maxwell. So if you look at her decoy, her prison decoy has a different face and a different accent, and they're still arguing over whether or not she should be in a more secluded
prison. It's like anybody that understands anything about faces or voices can see and hear that that is not her. And the same with fucking Jeffrey Epstein's like supposed suicide. Like, these motherfuckers have too much money to just die. Like, obviously, they're gone. Obviously, they just put somebody else in there. Like, what the fuck? And even the pictures of, and we all knew this, right, from the beginning, but the pictures of Jeffrey Epstein, but immediately, and I don't do crime shit, I don't watch crime shows, I don't know, I'm not interested in any of that. The moment I saw the picture of his dead body, I knew it wasn't him because the earlobes didn't match. I didn't know anything else about the mouths needing to be, the mouth staying open, his mouth was closed, the fact that his mouth was like smirked, all that, none of that shit mattered. The earlobes don't match. Easy, done. That's not them. Period. Like, duh. It's like the easiest one. Same with like the Biden masks. Like, everybody has seen that motherfucker's face falling off from around the eyes or around the chin. We already knew this. I was under the impression that they were using these body doubles for protection. Like, oh, we don't want the real president to be out, so we're going to use a body double today because he might get, like, assassinated or something. But to just straight up not be alive anymore? That's a wild one. Damn! Just to not be alive anymore. They're saying that Trump's not a real person, that he's just like a caricature as well. I believe that. I do. Because people, the way that people switch up on their stance, their their morals and their character, like they're not character flaws, right? They're things that they just straight up went opposite on. Even when the information they were presented with should have given them a different path, right? It was like 1 minute you're like, oh, this is okay, I like this. The next minute you're like, everybody that does this is an awful person. It's like, you just said you like it and you know, it's like, what? Yeah. If you're not a real person, it's easier to just switch it up and be like, yeah, whatever. Right? So we have this like caricature of a person that we call Donald Trump. And people are supporting him based off of who he was or used to be or who they used to know. And every, 2-3 months they just plop in a new fucking concept that they want him to represent. Like, that's a pretty easy way to control a nation, right? Because you're not actually, you don't have anyone accountable, and the people that are pulling the strings will never be seen. Apparently Nancy Pelosi's a fucking creep on the list as well. I mean, we can tell just by looking at her, right? Like, bitch, you're hurting us. That was rude, but like, really. Just looking at you hurts, bitch. Like, come on. Step aside. But now that we know, oh my goodness. Can we stop acting like women aren't grooming? Can we stop acting like women aren't pedophiles? Can we stop acting like the bitches aren't the ones trying to convince females to get caught up with these guys because they think that guy is gonna one day decide that they love them and only want to be with them, because that's really the logic these fucking dumb people have. It's like, I really like this guy and I want him to be around me, or I want to have the things that they provide, so I'm going to do all of these awful things to get them to like me. Like, you are proving exactly why nobody should be with you. Oh man, what are we gonna do, y'all? Barack Obama's on that list. I already knew that shit though. I already knew that shit. Oh my goodness. I think it's just part of old age too. Because like, I know I look a lot younger than I am, but for sure, the older you get, the more you're just like, you're full of shit. And you just think people don't know you're full of shit because of your title or your age, but like, fucking Oh man, if I could kick him in the mouth. I used to look up to that guy. Deepak Chopra. Wow. Wow, that one hurt. That one actually made me feel sick because, like, and not even what he said was obviously like the fact that any grown man is going to like be sexually interested in a child is obviously like beyond disgusting. But it's the fact that this is someone who, again, like my father, puts themselves in these situations where they're seen as the opposite. And they don't have to do that. He could easily be like, these are the virtues of life, and I like to party. But instead, it's like, these are the virtues of life, and blah, 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 blah. Like, look at me, bruh. I'm over here talking about this shit. I'm not over here acting innocent. I like to fucking party. But no, there's a fucking line there, okay? There's certain lines you don't cross. You don't, like, yikes. Oh, what is... That's why I'm very grateful for Gnosis. Very grateful for Gnosis. I think there's a word like bibliosomy or something like that. I have to look it up. But it's when like you basically like, and I've said this before, you kind of like have information that you are interested in and you go to seek that out versus to like digging and then information coming to you. Or like you open a book. I do this when I read. I open a book and that like I let it tell me what I need to be finding in it. I think that's what that term is technically called. But that's how I've gathered pretty much all of my knowledge, is what comes to me, what calls to me, that I then go and investigate more. And so I've used a lot of his work. Like a lot. I've referenced it. I know a lot of his work. And again, there's no reason why you have to sell yourself so hard in a different direction. But I guess that's what these criminal masterminds do, right? Like, literally flip the script. Flip the script. Speaking of flipping. I know it's not Mobility Monday, but it feels good on the hips.
Just feels so good. It feels so good. So good it feels. Oh. Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap it for now. I could do more, but
Sorry, my hair is a mess today.
I feel like I could do my hair, but then like I'll just be doing it for straight, and that just feels weird. It feels weird, though. Like I said, I don't leave my house anymore unless I absolutely have to. All of my good looks are going to waste. But that's okay. Apparently I don't look older than I am, so I'm not gonna complain. I'll see y'all